Caudullo here for 360 Today, and I'm here with Ayden Yi. Ayden is the CEO of VeeR, and here we are at their offices. And Ayden, you know, it kind of looks like a tornado came through here. But then again, we just finished yesterday with your first ever 2018 Global Creators Conference. So tell me what's been going on. I'm sure this is the aftermath of doing all that.
Yeah, it's been super hectic. We have only a month to prepare and organize everything.
1 month, that's it.
Yeah, it's super successful, much better than what we expected originally. We get super strong positive feedback after the events, and everyone was super tired and a little bit messy from all the aftermath.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, participating and being a speaker, which I was honored to do, it was a great experience, and I loved the Chinese creators. They were just so energetic. They were so full of questions, and they're doing some amazing things. I'm really enjoyed being involved with them, and I made some good friends while I was here, which was really cool.
Thank you.
Why don't you take us through through everything?
So this is the entrance.
This is a very cool little wall here.
If you want to put the camera outside a little bit, we actually own the whole floor. There are 3 areas. There's a little gym out there.
I don't understand. You've got a gym for everybody too?
That's a larger conference, and this is the main office.
Cool.
So I'm walking here. These are our colleagues who are mostly very young people, as you can tell.
It's a young company, that's good.
It is. I'm comparatively the older guys. We have all the free food and snacks and refrigerator. As you can see, some interviews are ongoing.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is the main office.
All right, the bullpen.
It's quite packed. It's early in the morning. People are still recovering.
Yes.
So that's the supporting team. This is our operation, marketing. We
Excellent.
actually have 3 operation marketing team in China, English, and Japanese. So it's a little bit less.
That's a lot to juggle.
20 people split between 3 language market. That's a little bit challenging, but we are navigating, growing pretty fast. And this is the steel marketing.
Hi, Denise.
And from here are our operation and engineering product team.
Excellent, excellent.
You can see all the people coming from here are on the engineering side.
And this is kind of a special day for you too, isn't it?
It is. It's a very important day.
What day is this? Tell everybody.
Yesterday is actually the 2-year anniversary.
Only 2 years, and you guys have accomplished so much.
Yeah, it happened to be the Chinese Valentine Day, so it's a good match. Let me show you around.
Sure, please.
So from here are all our engineers. Still quite early in the morning. People are just
getting started.
And as you can see here, actually if you look at this side and the other side, you can see the engineering and product and design are the majority of the team. We're actually recruiting a lot of new talents on the engineering, product, design. So we want to heavily invest in the product so to get it much more improved. And we want to own the brand of the best 360 VR content production tool, as well as a distribution platform, as I mentioned yesterday.
Yes, which I'd like to talk about that a little bit more too. You announced yesterday that you, now with the VeeR experience, not only can you upload stills, but now we have video, and there's a lot more features now that you put into it. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, exactly. So we have been always thinking about what is VR content, and there is this super long spectrum from the passive photos and still images to the other side, which is the games and heavily immersive content. But this super long spectrum in the middle where you have the virtual tool as example, but virtual tool is such a simple form factor. There are so much other things you can do with all this 360 footage. What to do with video, right? So that's something we've been thinking about, and that's why we build this kind of like an engine from the bottom up, so that you can actually put all these footage together and mix them together with 2D footage and images and also spatial audio to make what really is a full-fledged VR experience. And we call this VeeR experience. So you can do a virtual tour, that's a simple example, but you can also do multiple 360 videos or 180 3D videos as a branched narratives, or experience that's combined photo, video, everything together.
So it's kind of like a DVD or a Blu-ray in the cloud. Kind of.
in terms
Because you can have chapters and you can have different sub-menus and different videos all integrated together.
Yeah, in terms of hosting, that's the case. One biggest challenge we see is that there are so many assets spread around. What if you have a cloud-based storage that you can not only put your own storage,
right,
but also using other people's assets to put collaboratively, kind of like GitHub, what the programmer used to use the code base from other people.
Cool.
What if all the 360 photographers, they can use the footage in the cloud and collaboratively produce content? Yeah, let me show you something cooler. These are as you can see, the headsets on the table.
Yes.
These are all the headsets we are.
And we've got a bit of a variety here. We've got the Vive Focus.
Yeah.
We've got the Pico.
Yeah, you're seeing.
What's this one? I'm not familiar with that one.
That
Darwin.
one, I'm not quite sure. There's so many of these.
So many.
So many of these coming.
And of course, Gear VR, and I know you've got some Oculus Go's.
Yeah.
And this is quite a variety.
Yeah, come on in. Let me show you
Great,
something
great.
More cool. There's these area. So this is our product.
Good morning.
Hey, Felicia. So this is the area where our product designers working.
Cool.
We have product manager and designer specifically working on improving the experience of VR app. As you can see, this is the area they are testing, sometimes playing VR games together. I think the VR market right now is at a very critical point where you're seeing standalone device getting shipped really fast.
Yeah.
The Pico and the so let me show you this way.
Sure.
There are tons of new VR headsets coming out this year. So Xiaomi and Oculus standalone headsets is example, but there are some Chinese brand that's coming out with even higher resolution, better experience, and comparable price or lower price.
Excellent.
So, for example, in this room, as you can
Hi
see,
again.
Hi again.
on this table, there are all these new type of. I think these are all.
Those are Oculus Go.
Oculus, and I don't think I can find the Pico one here, but the market trend going forward is we really believe all the 360 content are going to be consumed in a better way in VR. Because that's where the retention and engagement are. We think that's a place where they can actually pay for the content, right? And that's what we want to focus on. And so we're not positioning ourselves as a panorama or a 360 content platform, but really a VR content platform where people consume content in VR.
Excellent, excellent.
Is there any other thing you want to?
Well, I tell you, you've covered everything so well. I'm just really impressed with the direction that you've taken the company in and all the things that you're offering to everybody. You really are the only one in the VR community that has got such a complete infrastructure. It's been, I got to hand it to you, it's been built very, very well. What do you see going forward in the market? I mean, there's been some downslides lately with some companies going out of business and things happening. But in general, what's your overall view for the future of VR?
I think this year is kind of a critical year for VR. 2008, where the first iPhone was introduced. This is 10 years later. I think Oculus Go and Xiaomi is very comparable to the first generation of iPhone, because you see in the engagement that hours are so long. It's like 3-4x longer than Gear VR, and the retention is much higher, and people spending a lot of real money in it. I think it's just a matter of time in the next 3 years, 5 years to get to tens of millions and then to hundreds of millions of devices. I think by my own projection is in 2 years, there are going to be over tens of millions of devices and hundreds of millions daily active of hardware VR standalone device daily active users. I think in 5 years, there's going to be tens of millions of daily active users, which means there are going to be tens of millions of users globally in VR consuming the content you guys are creating.
Right.
And we want to be the go-to place for people to create and explore.
Well, I think you're definitely on the right track, buddy. Thank you so much.
Lovely to have you here.
We'll look forward to doing some more with you guys.
Yeah, and check out our latest VeeR experience. We actually putting the whole 2018 VeeR conference in VeeR experience.
Cool.
So you can actually experience it without going here. We're gonna have a bunch of new features coming out. Stay tuned.
Okay. See you again.